You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and something on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tennessee, Shuichi's Path. And let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, we're up, and let's go! Oh, sorry, I guess I forgot to tell you. It's not like I had plans to hide it from him, but I'm not gonna lie. Part of me is relieved he's not gonna be home. Given how handsy Shuichi has been getting lately. What am I thinking? We're just gonna have regular sleepover like we usually do. Mind, get out of the gutter. When do you leave for the sleepover of yours? At 1 p.m. They wanted to do a movie marathon, but before we started playing games the other night. Aw, my little kid brother is finally gonna spend his first weekend without studying. I'm so proud. That's such a weird thing to be proud of. You're a weirdo. Hey, is that really how you respond to someone complimenting you? How rude. Hey, you don't have to pout like that. I'm just joking. Well, mostly. You used to be so cute. What the hell happened to you? Why are you staring at me like that? It's creepy. Staring? I'm not staring. I'm perfectly normal. Sure. Whatever you say. My facial expression can't be that obvious. Can it? By the way, Aniki, can I ask you a question? It's kind of personal. I don't see why not. What is it? So, I know you don't exactly have the best track record with dating, but how do you let someone know you like them? What? You mean now you tell a friend you like them, right? Like in a friend sort of way, right? You know that's not what I mean. But you're my little baby brother. You can't be having these kinds of thoughts already. I'm not ready to have the talk. The talk? Well, you know, when you start getting a bit older and go through puberty, you start finding yourself having these, urges. Sometimes your penis might even... What? Stop! I don't need to hear all that stuff from you. I already know all about that. You do? Yes, we live in the age of the internet. Besides, we have sex ed in school. You're using the internet to look up that kind of stuff? That's what you got from that? Give me a break, okay? I don't know how to handle all this. I just want to know how to tell a girl that I like her. I don't need all this extra stuff. You just do? That's not helpful at all. I was more looking for, I don't know, something sweet and cute that I could do to let her know that I think of her that way. We talk pretty often, but I think she sees me as just her friend. I don't think she realizes how I feel. Look, Aki, grand gestures are cute and all, but that's a thing for movies and romantic fiction. That sort of thing rarely ever works out in the real world. Really? I'm afraid so, buddy. Sometimes you just have to muster the courage to spit it out. Just make sure you do it in a way that she doesn't feel pressured or uncomfortable. That's a lot harder and scarier than I thought it'd be. Maybe I should just forget about it. Honestly, I wish you would. Yes, it might be horrible for me to say so, but I really don't want you to be dating already. Please stay small and cute and innocent for a little while longer. Thanks for trying to help at least. Oh. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be more help. That's a lie. I'm not the least bit sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready. I'm leaving in an hour and I need to shower. Sure, did you get Mom's permission before she left? No, feel free to do so in my place if you want. Hey, that's not how things work here. If you don't have permission, then I can keep you from going. The threat would be much scarier if you haven't made that same bluff tons of times before. I swear, no one takes me seriously around here. Several hours later. Eventually, I've taken to sitting on the couch waiting for some kind of response. Now that Aki is gone and I'm all by myself, I have nothing distracting me from worrying about the lack of messages from Shuichi. He usually messages me every day, even more so after we started dating. I'm not used to him going this long without answering me. God, I need a hobby. Ah, coming! Why is someone knocking on our door all of a sudden? Was someone supposed to come over today? I don't really remember. There's another knock on the door, and this time I respond with a little less patience. Yeah, I'm coming. Calm down. I unlock the door, cracking it open just a smidge to see who has been knocking in. I see a tall blue husky staring down at me with a goofy smile on his face. What? Shuichi? Good afternoon. Sorry to just drop by without a word. No, that's all right. Come on in. Shuichi walks along with me, putting a hand on my head and lightly petting me as we make our way to the living room. Wow, the house is really quiet. Is no one else home? Nah, turns out Aki's scheduled to spend the night at a friend's house and they're gonna do a movie marathon or something. Ooh, that sounds like fun. We should do one of our own. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. He's acting so casual. Even though he's left me worried, he's acting like nothing is happening. Maybe I'm just being unreasonable, but it's not like Shuichi. It's not like Shuichi to be like this. He usually always apologizes whenever he goes long without contact. He knows I'm prone to worrying, and he's always been mindful of it. I don't want someone I care about just going away suddenly again. If you don't mind me asking, though, I was a bit worried about you. How come you didn't message me after the festival? Ah, that's not a big deal. Are you sure? Your face doesn't look like it's not a big deal. I just had some problems. Nothing major. Uh-oh, I'm already familiar with this game. There's zero chance I'm going to hear that and we'll just drop it. What happened? Can we just let it go? It's not important anyway. Are we really going to start our relationship by keeping secrets from each other? Kinda hurts. Huh. Now you're just playing dirty. I'm not gonna lie, I totally stole that line from a random TV show. I just want you to be honest with me, that's all. If it really isn't a big deal, then you have no reason not to tell me. Fine. So, I didn't tell you this before, but after the volleyball finals, I got scouted again. Oh, so I already told me about this. And I'll just act like nothing's happened, and I'll let him tell me the full story. By, the Dakota Panthers. Heh, the biggest team in the country, huh? Let me guess, you're gonna say no? Huh? I wasn't expecting you to have more. I was expecting you to have more of a reaction. Oh, sorry, let me try again. Oh, wow, the Panthers? No way, when was this? What did you tell them? Shuichi stares at me with a dissatisfied look on his face, clearly annoyed at my reaction. I take back what I said. I prefer the earlier reaction. You get what you ask for. Now please, continue the story. Yeah, sure thing. Anyway, like I was saying, I was scouted by the Panthers and, well, I guess I didn't really give them an answer then. I still had what you said to me in mind, I guess. I couldn't bring myself to say no. I have to admit, I'm happy that you were considering it. I don't want you to have to give up on your dreams. I want you to be honest with yourself about what you want. It's not that easy. You have an entire support system built around encouraging you to chase after your dream of going pro. I don't have that. Hey, you don't have to feel bad about it, though. It's not like it's your fault. Either way, the real issue is my dad. Scouts showed up yesterday morning while I was still asleep, so Dad was the one that saw them. I hadn't told him about them showing up. I usually always tell him when I turn them down an offer because it makes him really happy, but since I didn't turn it down, I thought I'd just keep it quiet. He wasn't happy about that. What? He can't be that unreasonable, can he? Shuichi merely stares at me with a sad smile on his face, as if he didn't want to say anything bad about his father, but at the same time not being able to bring himself to disagree with me. I feel a tightness in my chest when he looks at me like that. What happened? Well, he was pretty mad. Said he couldn't believe I was hiding things from him, that he thought he raised me better than that. Isn't that ridiculous? He throws such a fuss over such a small thing. I don't understand. Up until last week, I thought you weren't pursuing volleyball because you didn't want to. And now that I know it's because of your dad, it makes even less sense to me. Why would he be so against it? It's not a nice thing to say. What isn't? Shuichi smiles mournfully. By now, it's already become easy for me to spot when he's hiding his true feelings from me. It's so weird. The smile of his used to be so good at deceiving me before. Why is it that now I can see how fake it is so easily? He doesn't like athletes. Says they're all overpaid circus clowns, among other things that aren't nearly as nice. He hates the idea of me pursuing sports as a career. Says I'd end up as a drug addict when the fame went to my head. Can you believe he'd say something like that about his own son? What? That's ridiculous! Professional athletes are well-respected members of society. There's nothing wrong with being an athlete. Yeah. Not only that, it's not like the athletes themselves decide on how much they'll be paid. Payment depends on how much money they make for their sponsors and teams. There's no conspiracy to overpay them or anything. Yeah. And he's known me for 12 years now. He knows I've always wanted to go pro, so does that mean he also thinks I'm going to be some future drug addict with no future? Yeah. I don't even know what else to say. I can't believe Takahiko-san could hold such bad opinions of me and other athletes in general. And Shuichi was forced to grow up listening to this his whole life while secretly dreaming of going pro himself? That's just too cruel. He said that since I was hiding it from him, then that I must have meant I was considering it. I tried to deny it, but I guess he saw right through me. I'm not a very good liar, huh? So he tore into you for considering going pro? That's... I want to say it's ridiculous. I want to scream about how awful it is. I want to call Takahiko-san every name in the book. But I know that even if Shuichi is upset over this, if I did that, I would only end up hurting Shuichi even more. It's strange. I've been feeling kind of confident myself thanks to you, but all of it is now just gone. I feel just as useless as I did before. You're not useless. Don't you know just how many people rely on you? No one would do that if you were useless. I'm not so sure. He looks so utterly defeated. What can I even say to him when he's like this? Oh. This part I am not sure about. I want to get the perfect Shuichi ending. Dun 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 dun. Alright, so y'all need to tell me if I make the right choice here. So, we're gonna go with... ignore your father? Look, your dad doesn't know what he's saying. There's no point even listening to him anymore. It's not that easy, you. He's my father. So what? He's already proven himself to be a biased jerk who doesn't care about tearing you down for having different plans for your future than he does. He just wants what's best for me. You can't seriously be trying to justify him. If he wanted what was best for you, then he wouldn't say such hurtful things to you. He had to. I'm a real big idiot, so it was the only way he could get me to listen. Shuichi, stop trying to cover for him. You don't get it, okay? Stop trying to stick your damn nose where it doesn't belong. We both seemed to be equally shocked. Shuichi just raised his voice at me. I never thought I'd see the day where something like that would happen. As soon as he realized it, all the fight drained out of his body and he took a few steps back, slumping onto the nearby couch. Sorry. Shuichi muttered a weak apology, his voice incredibly soft and meek. I walked up to him, taking a seat right at his side and wrapping an arm around his waist. It's okay. No harm done. I wonder if I really mean that. You know, I've always hated that about you. What? I pull away, shocked at these sudden words. Shuichi hates me? I'm very confused now. You're always so disgustingly confident and positive. You try to put everyone up to your standards without stopping to think that maybe not everyone has as easy a time as you. What do you mean? You know, I really used to hate the word genius when I was younger. I thought it was nothing more than a way for people to dismiss others' hard work and make themselves feel better about it. But growing up next to you was hard. Sure, I saw how hard you worked to reach your objectives, but I never slacked off either. Not once. I'm also going to pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!